Morning, sweethearts. Lovely to see you again. I hope that you've started on a great day and got out of the right side of bed, and that you're also enjoying fine weather and that you've slept well. So, while I'm shuffling the cards, I'm also contemplating what I'm going to be doing today and wondering which power animals are going to help me along the way today and what's worth thinking about. How are we going to get today? Well, the first card I've picked is Heron. Now, as I told you, I live in Holland, and here we have a lot of waterways, and the waterways and the meadows are always covered in herons. You can see them everywhere. It's really quite surprising when you first come to this country, but not once you live here, and they're delightful animals. And what I like about them is the way they sit silently near the water and how they can be stock still. They're brilliant for when you want to practice your Tai Chi, because nothing can stand still on one leg like a heron. There's even a little Tai Chi movement called the heron. And they are fantastic birds, and their nature is in self-reflection. The heron gives self-reflection. So look at yourself today. We went around this a little bit yesterday with the cards there, with the transformation and with the divination to look into the future, look into the self and see how you're changing. And this is reflecting on the self, which is a different aspect, but it's very, very good. It's very, very right. And it's one that does allow you to, let's say, take stock and decide from your point of stillness, from the point of seeing into the clear water. You can see how perhaps you are doing in the world today, how you could go further if we take the cards from yesterday into consideration. Now, for our second card, I'm really quite curious as to what this will be and how these are going to balance out. Since we're always looking for balance, we will find the second card. Now, well, that one was certainly jumped out, and it is the spider, which weaves its web, and that's weaving. And this is, of course, what you are going to do, what you are doing. The spider always sits at the center of her web and waits for there to be a movement on the outside somewhere. She's always in the center of her locale. She can always weave something new. Weaving is one of the oldest crafts of man. Weaving and textile work has been found in very, very ancient places. And it's also one of the easiest things to dissipate in the, let's say, sands of time. But it's also something that can come right through from the past into the future. Weaving is something we do with our lives all the time. How do we weave the strands of our lives together? How do we weave all those points of our knowledge together? How do we throw it out? How do we catch all the movement in our own web? How do we change our web? What can we weave? So reflecting on how you weave your life together is a very, very interesting little balance for today. So what is the web? What is the World Wide Web? What is your personal web? What webs do we weave? What are we actually doing? And this is where the self-reflection comes in, from what are we actually doing? What is it that we want? What is it that we think, we feel? It's a very, very lovely set of cards today. The heron and the spider. I'll put them on so that you can have another little look at them at the end. And please subscribe and like. Thank you.